Hey, welcome back to the show. This is Relax Radio with me, Nick, keeping you guys company, keeping you guys entertained, and keeping you guys informed with what is happening across the UK. And yeah, we were talking about a lot of these things that is happening in the UK. I know one of these things is that there's more than enough vaccines for all of the people under the age of 30s. So yeah, the UK has more than enough vaccine supplies of the Pfizer and Moderna jabs to vaccinate all of the adults under the age of 30. And this was said by the health secretary. So yeah, that is just some crazy stuff. I mean, that's some good news actually they're listening into right now. And yeah, the UK vaccine advisors say that people between the ages of 18 to 29 should be offered a different vaccine due to evidence linking AstraZeneca jabs to blood clots. So yeah, there has been, there's been this especially this review right now what they're doing, and they're making investigations and finding out whether there's any actual links to the blood clots with the AstraZeneca jabs. So far they say there is some sort of a rare disease of a blood clot for adults. So what they're trying to do right now is they're refraining from the people essentially under the age of 30 from getting the vaccine. And yeah, Matt Hancock said that the UK is on track to vaccinate all the adults by the 31st of July. And he said that the AstraZeneca jab remained safe and urged those who had received one dose to take up their second. So yeah, the UK's Medicine and Healthcare Products Regulatory Agency, the MHRA, said that there was no evidence, no proof whatsoever that the vaccine had caused the clots. But the link was getting firmer though, while the European Medicines Agency, the EMA, have said the benefits of the jab outweighed the possible risks. And I mean, it's understandable when you really look at it, when you really get into it. I mean, everything has its side effects when you get down to medicine, especially when it gets down to, these pills that you take, anything, whether it's metformin, whether it's, these diabetic pills, these blood pressure pills, or even paracetamol or aspirin. I mean, they have in their fine print, if you look at the boxes, there's always going to be in fine print the side effects, the possible side effects. So nothing is without side effects. But what they're trying to say here is, especially the EMA say, that the benefits outweighs the possible risks. So the benefits, I mean, especially now with the COVID virus going around, spreading around the nation, we are in a lockdown. The whole economy has stopped for this virus. I mean, if you have a solution to this and you can arm your immune system, why not do it? That is the real question. So Mr. Hancock said, although there was no evidence of rare blood clots after the second dose of the vaccine, he urged everyone to take up the offer of the first vaccine when they were called. So yeah, the health secretary, essentially he was trying to reassure the public. And he said that, he had confidence in the safety system because the regulators were able to spot the extremely rare event. So yeah, he also, further stated that the safety system have been around this vaccine is so sensitive that it can pick up events that are 4 in a million. So essentially the chances of developing a rare brain blood clot. And he's told that this is the equivalent risk of taking a long haul flight. So yeah, he's saying, we have the technology and this security, especially when it comes to this. This is very important right now. And this is one of the reasons why everyone's so focused on it. Everyone's working and, burning that midnight oil for this, to develop this vaccine and make sure that there's no kind of side effects. So yeah, and he further said that there's more than enough of the Pfizer vaccine or the Moderna vaccine for the 8.5 million adults under the age of 30 who are yet to be vaccinated in the UK to have 2 doses. So yeah, the UK has ordered around 40 million doses of the Pfizer vaccine and 70 million of the Moderna jab, and has also agreements with several other companies for jabs that are still waiting for approval, including 100 million doses from the Valneva and 30 million from Janssen. So looking at the statistics right now, I mean, when you really look at it, I mean, it looks like there's going to be more vaccines as time goes by. We're still going to get, a lot of the vaccines. And there's really nothing much to worry about because right now, like I said, they've started rolling out this. They rolled out the first 2 vaccines, which is the Pfizer vaccine and the AstraZeneca vaccine. And now the Moderna vaccine is here, and they're going to be rolling that out as well to all of the citizens in the UK. So yeah, there is, a lot of these things is happening right now, and it's good news. Essentially, it is good news that, the government is, taking a step forward when it comes to this. So that's just another thing that they are doing. And yeah, it's just, it's crazy, especially when this is happening. And the Labour leader, Sir Keir Starmer also said that he urged people to have the AstraZeneca vaccine, saying he had received the jab himself and would have the second dose. And he further goes to state that, I think the most important thing is that we get the vaccine program rolled out as soon as possible. That is the surest way through this pandemic. And as of Tuesday, more than 31.7 million people have received a first dose of the corona vaccine in the UK, with about 5.6, my bad, 5.6 million having received their second shot. So yeah, that's just, good news right there. A lot of the people are getting vaccinated, and this is essentially, what is going to reduce the amounts of cases, the amounts of mortality in the country, the amounts of people, dying from this virus. This is just one of the things, when you really look at it from a wider point of view, this is how we fight the virus. To get found out that by the end of March, 79 people had suffered these rare blood clots after vaccination, and 19 of whom had died. So yeah, Professor Anthony Harden, the deputy chairman of the Joint Committee on Vaccinations and Immunizations, the JCVI, said that both the regulators had said the AstraZeneca jab could continue to be used in all age groups. So yeah, but he also said, though, that the committee, which advises the government on this vaccine rollout, had actually decided, it felt more comfortable if people under the age, essentially people under the age of the 30 groups, are, since they're, at lower risks of, getting contracting the the virus, they should be offered an alternative option. I mean, if you really think about it, when it comes down to immune systems, when you think about it, people under the age of 30 are more fit, physically fit, and their immune systems are at their top. So their immune systems are more or less likely to be compromised in comparison, to people over the ages of 50, over the ages of 70s and 80s. So yeah, that's just one of the reasons why he's suggesting that the government take an alternative option. So yeah, Professor Stephen Richer, who is a member of the Scientific Pandemics Insights Group on Behavior, said that the move to favor other jabs for the under 30s could dent the confidence in the vaccine, though. And he says that we're not as good as in the rollout of information as we've been at the rollout of the vaccine itself. I mean, that's also one of the reasons why people are also hesitant to get the vaccine, why they are not having that much of faith in the vaccine, especially because when it comes to information, it feels like they're not getting the kind of information that they need to hear, and that is, the facts of the vaccine itself in comparison. So yeah, there's just this thing that is going on right now. And, a lot of these countries are, especially in the UK, a lot of the nations in the UK have been discussing rolling out the vaccine as soon as possible to get everyone vaccinated in time and in line with the roadmap. So yeah, Professor Andrew Pollard, the director of the Oxford Vaccine Group, said that now was not the time to waver, and said people had to put their confidence in the system. And Professor Beverly Hunt, an expert in thrombosis and hematosis at the King's College London, who's been working with the MHRA on the clot cases, said that we do not know if the AstraZeneca vaccine causes the blood clots, but people had been seeing doctors with the worst headache they've ever had vaccination, or sometimes later. And she said that early treatment could improve outcomes for people. So that's just another thing that, she wanted to address, and she was talking about. I mean, if you really, like I said, when I come back to the point I was trying to make, any kind of medicine that you take, anything that you take inside of your body is going to cause it's going to cause some kind of side effects. There's always going to be side effects with anything you do, whether you consume food, whether you smoke a cigarette, or you drink alcohol. There's always going to be side effects. So when people are worried about, hey, there might be a potential side effect if you take this, there's always going to be a potential side effect if you drink alcohol or you take, a little sugar in your tea. It's always going to be something that is happening to you. So you guys better make sure you stay informed. Make sure, you keep up with what is going on around you, especially around you, because, it's important that we know what is going on. And especially when it comes to these vaccines, I mean, yes, fine. There could be, like I said, there could be risks or side effects. The government, though, is planning, and they're trying to essentially get the people under the ages of 30 an alternative option when compared, because we've the people under the ages of this age group, especially when it comes to this age group, especially when it comes to people under the age of 30s, are more likely to fight against the virus. Their body would be more stronger to fight against this virus. So that's just another reason why they're trying to give this option as well. So yeah, with that though, we are gonna take a real quick break. We're gonna be talking about a lot of more things as we go along in the show. So make sure you guys keep it locked right here on Relax Radio. Checking your time right now. It is 4:07